Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of Rime the Frostmaiden with the Raging Rolls. Hey, everyone. What announcements have we got today, team?
Spotify.
We have a podcast. I need to get an episode up from last week, so it's still on me to get that up there. But check it out. You can even listen to it while you're taking a jog or taking the dog for a walk.
That's not what I thought.
Or
That's what I thought he was going to say.
That works too. You can find that on our bio link page, which I'll try and put in the chat now, while someone else takes the wheel for a second.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you go to Behold Games and you use our link that the DM can put in the chat, hopefully very soon, you can get a percentage off any D&D purchases. I think it's 10%. Is it 10%?
It is 10%. Yeah.
You just got to use that code Raging Rolls, and that D&D stuff will be cheaper than you would usually get it. I hear that Planescape's coming out soon. That sounds pretty cool because it's got something called a Time Dragon. Its breath can age or de-age people, and I'm pretty keen for that.
Age or de-age people. It's like the Fountain of Youth dragon, but also it's like the bad cut from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Nice.
You chose poorly.
You dragoned poorly. All right, we are obviously a player down tonight. Jorgen has got some other engagements, but that's okay because he's got some shit he's doing. Shall we dive right in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fight pit.
Welcome back, everyone.
It sounds like someone's fighting in the background.
Having some technical issues of sorts in the team. I don't know what just happened.
It's his pug, I think.
What?
His pug.
It's his familiar. The pug on the lap. Is that snoring? Is it?
Yeah.
It sounds like farts.
Oh, too many eggs for Tolman there. All right. Okay, so on the morning after the new moon, you make your way through the wind and snow to Targos, passing by a shrine to the Frostmaiden, which was hosting a body hoisted on a hook and a few devotees to the god of winter. In Targos, being drawn to a burnt-out house, you pause before the threshold, overwhelmed by a feeling of fear and foreboding. A symbol on the door strikes dread and memory in more than one of you. Impa stepped in and looks around the house. As Zane attempted to follow suit, he heard an unbearable scream at his head and incapacitated him. You saved Zane from his torment and made your way to the Trip and Shuffle Tavern. There you discovered that more happens at this place than the sign on the door might suggest, as the proprietor let you know about a secret fight pit that happens after regular trading hours. Shortly thereafter, a large green-skinned orc with bulging muscles and dark, dirty hair pulled back in a top knot, one of his tusks half missing and wearing a massively oversized gold chain, along with a smaller half-elf with a more androgynous build, sandy hair that's lengthy yet shaved on one side, and an array of crossbow bolts crisscrossing their chest, approaches. Greykov! Mooks, Pops! It's Greykov! He's still alive! A wide grin appears across his face. Yes, I can see that, Heavy. It is nice to see you again, Greykov. What brings you to this hellhole?
Well, as I live and breathe, I wouldn't have thought I'd see you again. It appears you made it out all right.
We did. Wasn't an easy escape from where we last crossed paths, but we ran and we managed.
So, well, I imagine you have come to the north because it is quiet, a bit like me.
Indeed. There's not a lot up here besides others like us. And Heavy sort of steps forward and go, "That's right, Pops. Just much more like us here." And he sort of just gestures to the rest of the room, who are all like similar looking misfits and people who have had hard lives prior to.
Did you travel just the two of you up north?
Yes, it's just the two of us. It ended up being safer that way for us. And you? Did you come here with these others? These people?
Yes, Greykov, will you introduce us?
Oh, of course. I'm not known for my manners, but friends, you'll just shout out your names. But this is Heavy Hands and Pops.
Great to meet you. Great to meet you. Whoever you are.
Impa!
I like it that
Why
name.
are we shouting? I don't understand it.
I'm not sure about the shouting, but my name's Zane.
Zane, good to meet you.
Well, we used to work together.
Likewise.
We did. And Pop says, working is a bit of a stretch, don't you think there, Greykov?
Just say it how it is.
Sorry, say that again? Your audio is a bit quiet and muffled.
It wasn't honest work, if you could call it work.
I suppose you could. So you're just up here keeping quiet with this new friends you've found?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
if you were staying after hours, I think there was going to be some raucous festivities, the bartender was saying.
You called it entertainment?
At this point, Heavy Hands sort of leans over you all, like you feel like a shadow has just been cast over you.
I stand up, because I'm also 7 foot tall.
He takes a little step back. No, he's just like, you heard? Ah, it's beautiful. It's highlight of my night. You all getting involved? Greykov, it would be an honor to spar with you again.
I would like to pay you back for the number of times you showed me what for back in the day.
You can certainly try, Greykov.
I mean, have you thought about fighting a beast, perhaps? Maybe like a direwolf or a duck?
A duck? What is
They can be
a
very...
fighting duck?
It's very nasty.
A nasty duck?
A nasty duck.
Nasty duck. I have not thought of this. And you can just see Pop's just going, Hands, you fucking idiot. And he says, You bring duck to fight? That not seem fair.
Well, only if you are afraid to fight it.
I died.
A man like you could fight a duck, you could fight a dire wolf, if that's more your speed.
A dire wolf. You know one? That seems a bit... Oh, I've never seen an animal in a fight pit before.
I think my quiet friend here, who hasn't told you his name yet, he might be able to assist.
Look, if there's anything left at the end of the night, I'll be happy to introduce it to a direwolf.
Where is this dire wolf you speak of? I don't see any dog nearby.
Can't just go wielding a direwolf around in the streets, can I?
Well, is that how you fight with a dire wolf? You swing it at people.
Well, I mean, you don't swing it at people, but people usually just run from it.
Not this person. Not these people. Not these people. I mean, no run.
Well, if you're still standing at the end of the night, we'll have a look.
Oh, I like your spirit. And then Pops just says, all right. If it is to be, then we'll see you down there at the end of the night. Yes?
Yes.
Assume so.
It was good to see you again, Greykov.
You too. You're looking good. Alive is a. Well, I was not expecting you to see you alive, but.
Well, and as she sort of turns back, she's like, nor I of you, Greykov. And they turn back and head back to their seat as Heavy Hands kind of slams his hand on your shoulder, Tolbin, as he walks away. So, dire wolf.
Greykov, did you mate with that woman? That person?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, okay, because it seems like there was a little bit of sexual tension there. I might be reading the room wrong.
No, I read that. I wrote down in my notes, she's jealous with an exclamation mark. So
Yeah,
you're on.
I wrote that sexual tension between Pops and Greykov. Or perhaps was it Heavy Hands, maybe. I don't know. I do not judge.
It's a different kind of sexual tension.
More physical.
I mean, tension. Just
I'm confused.
So is Greykov.
Does that mean like the Heavy Hands do heavy petting, or like, you know?
You were at bar.
That's a question.
But Greykov, what is up with them? Like, how do you know them? Like, are they a danger, or we okay, or?
Well, that out of earshot, or I'll say it quietly. It's like, well, they are. We were in a bit of a criminal gang together, and it ended pretty badly. I have reason to suspect that they used me as a means of escape, and I feel that the fact that they know that I am here is somewhat problematic for me.
Do we need to leave, or we'll just take them out in the fight pit? Do we have to take them out, or?
Might have to think on it a bit longer, but it would solve my problems if they weren't able to report to anybody that I was here.
Who are they going to report you to?
Oh, just someone who was asking them lots of questions under duress.
the bartender who I've misplaced his
You got
name.
the name of?
Yeah.
Rod.
No, that was the dwarf, I think.
Rod was.
Did you?
Anyway, whoever the bartender is, I will find
I
it out.
remember you saying it was a Rod.
I think it's Roderick.
Roderick was the
Yeah.
bartender at the Stones Tavern in Bremen.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to read. Yeah, I'm like to the Trip and Shuffle. Luskin Arms has rooms. Zane's wife and twins killed by witch hunters? Question mark. Beatrice winked at Impa. Shaggy person has visited Targos. Russ.
Russ, that
I
is
assume
right.
it's his
Yeah,
name.
that's right. Right.
Russ.
Yeah. I did write it down. I'm good at note taking.
Excellent.
Yay!
Worked. Russ is over at the bar, kind of putting some glasses away, and turns over to you, Beatrice. Leans over, puts his elbow on the arm on the counter, and says, "Everything all right, Miss? Would you be needing any a meal, a feed at all for you and your friends over there?"
Are they hungry? They're probably hungry. They do like to eat. Especially when it's not carrots. I think they've had quite enough of carrots. Yes, your finest not carrots for my chums over there.
I think that can be arranged.
Very good.
And so, just what we say, like a deer pie, yes?
Oh, yes. Pie is good.
Venison
She's in
pie.
the-
Two?
in the- yes, she's a woman who requires many pies.
Ah, okay, no problem. And I understand.
In my awkward way, that's me going. I like her, so she can have more pie than everyone else. They're like, it doesn't come out that way. So, I remember from last week that I wanted to ask some questions, but I didn't write them down. Oops. Oh, that burnt out wreck of the house that belonged to some old crone.
Oh,
What do you know about that? I hear that there's like some ghostly kind of nastiness about the place.
it's the right scene, isn't it? It's like, have you been out there?
Oh, only briefly on our way through. It was frightful.
It is frightful. I don't think anyone has been in there since that all happened almost a year ago now.
Who, if you have the knowledge and care to share, who lived there?
Oh, what's her name again? It's a woman, Sigrid, Snow Shadow, I think her name.
That's a great name.
And, what would bring such an unfortunate end upon her? I don't imagine that kind of symbol on her door gets plastered everywhere.
You're right, we've never seen it before, I've never seen it since.
Oh, so just a one-time thing. I wonder, did she have any enemies? That seems like a very brazen thing to do in one's town.
Oh. Well, as you can probably gather from my establishment here, there's lots of people who find each other as enemies. But she, for as much as I can gather, kept to herself as much as anyone. She was often, rarely seen about town.
Very well. Interesting. I wonder what she did. Very curious.
You're the first person who's ever asked me about that woman.
Oh, really? Some lonely old woman dies and nobody thinks to bat an eyelid. That's
Oh.
not
There was certainly conversation about it when it first went down, but in the years since or so, people just tend to avoid that whole area and speak not of it.
I guess, people don't want to deal with things that make them uncomfortable, I guess. Avoidance
Yes,
is its own
possible.
type of coping mechanism, I suppose. Well, while I have you, we're in Targos now. Targos is... What do you know of those people that sort of congregate on the hill not too far out town around the large standing stones?
The crazy ones.
Yeah, no, we encountered some very strange looking ones on the way through. And, You were definitely an interesting bunch.
Oh, they're very yes, interesting, as you say. They've got a funny way of trying to restore remove this winter. They
Yes,
think.
I did note the corpse of the poor unfortunate man that they'd hefted up onto board. It was definitely very confronting in their ideological preferences.
Indeed. Unfortunately, that was not their doing. That was the town's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, we didn't encounter anything of the sort back in Bremen. Does that happen all over the place?
Well, it certainly happens here. I'm sure you already know about that. On the nights of the new moon, that each town of the 10 towns sacrifice something to try and keep the Frostmaiden happy, to try and avoid her wrath.
I don't know, like, the efficacy of that, because back in Bremen, they seem to be escalating. Even
Really?
though they make continued sacrifice, of course. Have you not heard of the lake monster?
I have not heard of such a thing.
Oh, it is a vicious and huge beast. Ugh.
Interesting, it hasn't found our shores and it's only a few hours away.
I think it's very set on terrorizing Bremen, actually.
That should be good for the business here. If such a thing is true.
No, well, my thought more be that if the Frostmaiden is escalating for Bremen, why not Targos?
Why indeed?
Hmm.
Perhaps it's because we did sacrifice the man.
Possibly. I heard that you have a lottery.
Oh, we do. That is how the man was chosen.
I guess something that my companion thought to ask, and it bears mentioning, I guess maybe to ask someone else for another perspective, is why stay if you know that eventually your number has a chance to be called?
I have my business here. I have...
The businesses can be picked up and moved. Your life is the only one that you have.
Is the risk I'm willing to take at the moment. Business is good. I must, Hey?
Oh, it's just interesting, like, it defies my own personal sense of logic. So I just don't understand. It's like, is he okay with his business because he knows his number's not going to be called, or is he okay with business and, you know, like, his coin is enough floating in his pocket, but, like, if he does die, he's lived a long and full life.
You're welcome to make an insight check to try and gauge which way that lands.
Jared, roll me dice.
Right.
Why is it not open? Why did you use that on me?
And tell me, which one of those two are you trying to ascertain?
Probably the first one, where he knows, like, his number's not up.
Sight.
Oh, that's not good. I don't know. That's like an 8.
Yeah, I think it's the accent which is catching you off guard. It's hard to figure out whether he's being completely honest or keeping himself a little guarded.
Interesting.
Or is it the fact they didn't have an accent last week?
Could be. It's his helper, Russell. I did realise that. I'm like, this wasn't my accent for this character last week. Shit.
That's all good. We appreciate the effort on doing an accent.
Yeah.
Interesting. Has there been we've been following a number of things. That Tali, she's the shorter, pretty human one. She's been monster hunting. Do you know any tales of good monsters, friend? In the area?
Monsters.
Yes,
Monsters.
You know, the tale of a giant moose. There
Oh,
was the Theosaur that we encountered back a long ways.
I've heard about this moose up in Lonelywood. That's true.
It said to be guarding some kind of place, but I didn't really have, like, the whole thing nutted out. guarding a point. What's a point? A point in the road? A point, like a specific arrow that's been guarded?
Look, I don't know. All that I know is about this potential beast up in Lonelywood, that it keeps attacking people. And if it is a moose, then that makes sense. Not that it's attacking people, but based on the reports of the kind of big antler things and the white and hair and the blood on the face.
I see. Very well. And,
But there are seldom few who have been able to give us any truth to that tale. It is but the rumor.
Just died, have they, or?
Well, that remains to be seen, I guess. Did you want a pie for yourself, miss?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pies, yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. That'll be... What is that? That'll be 1 silver for the lot, I think, yes?
Very well.
Great.
I have your silver.
And he hurries off to start cooking these pies, and it doesn't take long before this amazing smell starts to fill the room.
Just one last question. Where might one find this town speaker?
Oh, he pokes his head around the corner. What was that, miss?
Oh, where might one find this town speaker?
Oh, Max Sildenar. Yeah, he lives in the Laskan Arms.
Oh, does he now? Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, he's taken up residence in the inn.
Why?
He was out of town. Came in, make a big deal, and got comfortable there, I guess. I mean, nobody else stayed there. The place is a shithole.
But why would an out of towner, a strange person, get elected to be your town speaker? That's after how long was he here that he was elected?
Oh, great question. You're full of great questions. I think it's more like 3-4 months.
And how long ago was this?
Another great question. You're full of great questions.
What happened to the other speaker?
She never wanted job anyway.
So she abdicated, or she was?
No, once the opportunity came up in Nath.
What, you can't quit that job. My understanding from Bremen was that it was a lifetime role.
In Bremen.
You are at bar alone.
No, not lifetime role. The speakers come and go, but there's not many people who want to be looking after the place in 10 towns. The whole place is a fucking shithole.
Oh yes, but you think that way, but you do not want to live. I mean, leave.
Oh, where would I go, miss? Like this, I'd be frozen to death before I got anywhere.
I see.
But look, yes, Max Sildenar, he turned up a couple of years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago, one might say.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Before or after the Frostmaiden arrived.
Oh, maybe just before. But I don't know. That's a long time ago.
I hear he's a very big advocate for the human sacrifice among the town speakers' council.
He's certainly influential around here.
Interesting.
He swings his cock around a lot.
Oh, does he? Oh, interesting. Like, not in a figurative sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as far as I know, I mean, I don't know.
I was just thinking freezing to death and then having a bit, like, helicoptering around might not be the best choice. Very well. I may go join my companion.
Okay, few pies coming
I
right up.
try and, like, gesture to Greykov and, like, you know, had noticed that the other people had come across. And, like, gesture over to them and then, like, do this kind of thing. It's helpful, surely. Oh, I can cast message. Are they friend or foe? You can reply to this message.
Probably foe.
Okay, so poison pipe.
Probably.
Do you have I turn back to the barkeep. Do you have oh, back where I came from, they called it the dysentery special.
I like how you think, but I don't want to fucking mess in my tavern.
I'll pay you a whole gold.
Oh. How much does shit you want?
Just guys for those people over there, and I gesture towards the table with pops and heavy hands.
He sees where your point is into. Make a persuasion check.
It's not
Ooh.
that day.
And you're all by yourself as well. Oh, fuck.
It's a what?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh,
Yeah, that's a +1.
you've got a gold in there. Is that
Does the gold give me some spicy
Sweet.
advantage?
You can give it. Sure, that gold is pretty rare around here. The advantage makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad I had it. That's a 14.
He looks at them. He looks back at you. Goes, I don't fucking know, miss. It's not. You don't muck around with that lot. You sure you know what you're doing?
Absolutely not, no. But Greykov seems to think that. How much do I value your opinion?
If it is what you wish, I mean, the gold is certainly of interest to me.
Yes.
But if it is traced back to me, it would not end well for anyone.
Yes. Possibly. Okay, well, let's miss it this time, and then next time we'll go for the broken.
I do like where your head's at, though. That's you fit right in here.
Yes, this place seems to rub off on me.
Alright, I'll go fetch those pass for you and your friends.
Awesome, thank you.
Need anything? Just call for Russell.
All right, Russell, I'm going to write your name down this time.
Thank you. Okay, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The day is yours.
Alright, so I've had a bit of drink, but I'm pretty keen for fight bit. Tolben, will you join as direwolf if we can convince Greykov's orcish friends to fight you?
Look, it's a lovely idea, but the last thing we need to do is rock into town and have me rip the throat out of some poor bastard who doesn't understand he's about to get murdered.
That's what you guys wanted.
I'd much rather you guys
Yeah,
go with your bare fists.
I don't think it's to the death.
Well,
I mean, that's what kind of
Have you
put a
not
crimp
met
on.
the people around this
Not-
place?
not that I lose control, but when I'm a direwolf, mate, I'm a direwolf. I'm not here to get a pat and a nuzzle. I'm here to eat and destroy.
I'm sure. I mean, we could
He's got a
stop-
point
I mean,
there.
If you want to get in, I mean, like, I'm just thinking because I know Greykov and Beatrice, and probably actually, how much gold do I have? And myself, and myself wouldn't mind a little bit of extra, coin to go around.
Yeah, look. There's a lot of death in death when I'm a direwolf, mate. Probably best if one of you bloke get in there and we bet on you. You're all pretty rough.
I did.
I mean,
Ippa, you're 3 times the size of the closest big unit in here.
oh, I know, but I wanted to give others the opportunity. I've been drinking since we got here, and I wouldn't mind blowing up a little bit of steam, but I don't want to take all of the fight. Zane, you're, I assume, big. I don't know if the armor sometimes it can hide how big someone actually is.
I don't want to enter the fire pit. I just don't want to ruin my armor, man. It just got it all shiny again.
Maybe we should see what the rules are. Do we have no shirt, no shoes? Is it armor? Is it weapons?
That's probably a good point. Maybe you should start with that.
At this point, Jorgen just stands up abruptly. He's like, I need to check something.
I really thought
just-
that
Again.
Really want to go and look back at that house for a moment. I'll catch up with you guys later tonight. And he heads back out the door.
I really thought he was going to be the most. He looked like he wanted to really go into it, but
Maybe no time.
well, we have some time to kill. Why not? Don't we tell everything about each other to each other?
Or we could go over to the Luskan Arms and see about lodgings.
That's probably a good start.
That would be a good start. What would be? Would it be a room each? Or actually, let's go there and see what happens. Because I don't know. Do we bunk? Anyway.
Okay.
Can I take my drink? I shout over to Russ. Like, can I? I will be back. I'm just going to the Luskan Arms. Can I take my drink with me?
He looks over and goes, no, ma'am, absolutely not. You cannot take your drink outside. This is drinking inside the trip.
This stupid laws.
But when you come back, you may get
Throw
another
back.
one.
I throw back the drink and I follow everyone outside. And then are there drinks on the table as well? Like, if they finish their drinks?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, well then I just finish my drink and I go outside.
You have to finish
Luskan.
Toffee's drink.
Toffee, Tali.
Toffee, Tali.
Toffee.
Yeah. Oh yes, I forgot all about you, Tali. You're so very quiet.
It's a stature. She's small.
Your pies have come out. They're piping hot. I assume you smash those pies down before you head off. Yes.
They're not dysentery pies, are they, DM?
No, these ones are not the dysentery pies.
Do I have
Okay.
Make a con save.
I want your pie.
You can't say.
No.
I'm gonna. Can I just quickly take my pie over to these guys? Just walks over.
You rat bastard.
Let's go over and have a. I'll say a thing or two. They're still there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Be like.
Greykov, you're joining us, yes? You come and have... You brought us pie, yes?
Well, this is my pie. You can play with your own pie.
Oh, fuck you, Greykov.
I can't afford a pie. I got this bought for me. No, I have to know. It is. I believe that I was left for dead, and I need to know whether or not you had any. If it was your idea to leave me as bait for whoever was hunting us, or if you just went along with the group.
Great, what's his name? Heavy Hands. Straight up starts to say, oh, look, listen, Greykov, and then Pops reaches over and kind of just slams the table and looks him dead in the eye. Make a persuasion check. Or a charisma check, your choice.
It's equally zero. It's terrible.
Straight 16.
16. After slamming the table, Pops turns to you, Greykov, and just says, you understand, Greykov? If we didn't do what we did, none of us would be here. I know they still hunt us. Do they still hunt you? You are marked like the rest of us still, yes?
I'm working on removing it.
Oh, Greykov. There's nothing that will remove that. That's gonna be there for your life. For all of our lives. Best we can do is make friends in high places or low places and stay the fuck out of the way.
Agreed. Well, enjoy your no pie. Okay, to walk away.
Heavy hands sees you get up with your pie and goes, "Fuck you, Greykov! Bring pie!"
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sound like a
Yes.
speech or something.
Should have done that. Nope, I did hear that he said, "Fuck you, Greykov, bring pie." I'm gonna.
Back to the bar.
As we're heading to the Luskin, Beatrice, did you find out any information? All we learnt was that Greykov has friends but not friends.
Yes, that's pretty much the same wherever you go with that man. There's a lot of unfriends. Yes. Oh, I found out the name of the old bird who died in that house that got burned down. I didn't really find out why. Nobody talks about her. And then the speaker of this town is Maxwell Dinar, and he lives over at the Luskin Arms, which is interesting. Notably because he was only elected 3 to 4 months after he arrived, after the previous speaker abdicated their responsibilities, and he arrived just before the Frostmaiden spread her cold and horrible influence over the region. He is apparently powerfully influential and is a very firm advocate for the sacrifices of people's lives to the Frostmaiden.
That is very coincidental.
But
I've
well,
had too many coincidences for today.
maybe we will meet him when we go to the Luskin. When we
Yes.
arrive there. Did anybody get directions on where this place was?
We did from the dwarf, remember?
Right.
Like
Oh, that was last week. I forgot.
Yeah.
We haven't been here a week yet. What's wrong with you?
No, there's a fourth wall. I was breaking it. Okay, well, we can. He might even know something about the old lady in the house.
Possibly.
Walking along the main streets of Targos, you're walking in an easterly direction, and the road opens up a little. You can see the harbour off in the distance, and as you approach or get closer to the harbour's edge, you can see a man sitting there on the side of the road. Well, side of whatever road is covered in snow. Sort of harnessing up and tightening straps on six dogs he has with him. And he looks, as you walk by or approach or get closer, he looks like he's a fit guy. And he's got all the right gear on for someone who spends their time hiking or climbing mountains, or he doesn't look like he's someone who is just hanging around Targos. And as you walk up, get close, he goes, "Hello there, my friends. Are you in need of an adventure?"
Oh, we're already on one, thank you.
Ah. No trouble, no trouble.
No,
I am myself.
I am kidding. I just saw the exclamation point for the side quest that potentially you are.
Fourth wall.
Oh, I'm too excitable. I'm getting really excited. You see, I'm very close to getting out on another hike. I've recently been hired, but I'm always trying to get my group or customer in line for a bit of a trek. and you all strike me as a group of people who could maybe do with some of this fresh mountain air instead of this stale, cold, depressing feel in this mess of a town we call Targos.
Can I pet your dogs?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just watch out for Trixie at the end there. She'll bite your fucking hand off.
Impo
What's
also
all their
pets the
names?
dogs.
That's Trixie, Lixie, Mixie, Dixie, Bixie, and Fox.
Is Fox an actual fox or?
No, I just call him that because the name we gave him originally was stupid. Boy. Who calls a dog boy? Am I right?
This-
This is true.
Fox.
Especially when it clearly this one is a girl.
I know, right? It just seems dumb. But anyway, that's not me. Not me. My partner Keegan thought that one up, and I thought, I'll give him one.
And what is your name?
I'm Garrett. Garrett Vellerin, expeditioner extraordinaire, explorer of Icewind Dale.
Have you discovered that it's very cold here?
It is. You are as astute as you look, ma'am. It looks even colder up where you are. I mean, no offense.
Oh, yes, because I'm tall. Yes.
Because you're tall. Yes, that's right.
Yes, yes. Very, very well said. Well, do you have a business card? I don't know.
No.
Do you have any Yelp reviews?
What? I mean, the dogs yelp occasionally, and I think they like me, but I'll tell you what. If you're
Okay.
interested in an expedition, I've recently been hired by another group who want to go up to Kelvin's Cairn, but they'll be back in a few days. But when I'm back in about a week, I'm all yours. Where would you like to go?
What's up in Kelvin's Cairn?
Ah,
Thank you.
a whole lot of nothing, ma'am.
Well,
But
glad
this
to go.
this other group of very adventurous folk, much like yourselves, they have an interest in trying to track down old myths.
Oh, Yamanatok?
Yes, they said something about Oyamanatok. That's just chasing fairy tales, in my opinion, but it gets me out of the house. It gets me out of.
The best fun is to be had. Oh, maybe they're those folk that
The Boz sent out.
yeah, that was sent out.
I mean,
I'm
if you could
surprised
give
they're
me,
still alive.
if you could give me a description, that I would probably know them. If they are.
Whatever I end up describing, and I will get accurate descriptions for you. Impa does recognize that description, yes.
Oh yes, I recognize that description. That is the people.
You've met these people before? Small
I fed
world.
them.
You fed
Well,
them.
Not really. I mean, you're the next town on the map, so it's not that small of a world. At least up here.
You're ruining my buzz, ma'am. I was pretty excited to get out on
No,
an adventure,
I-
and you're just making it feel like it's just.
Oh no! I am sure you will do very well. You're very strapped up, and you have your dogs, and they can make good food if you get trapped.
Never would I eat my dogs.
Bit too.
I don't know. You become
Was that
desperate when
Beatrice?
you're out in the wilderness. Sometimes you never know what you'll eat.
My kind sir, that would never happen. I am an experienced expeditioner, and I am always well prepared and equipped for any kind of event that might unfold. Eating my means of transport would never occur to me to do that.
And what
And
if
then
you
what?
were attacked by the wolf tribe?
The wolf tribe?
Yes.
You mean just a bunch of wolves?
No. The tribe of the wolf. A roving band of barbarians who travels around Icewind Dale, looting and pillaging. What would you do then?
Look, so far I'm being alright, and I probably just stick to my current ways. I think I prefer not to live in what ifs and such pessimistic, negative scenarios, if I can call them that. I'd much rather just be positive about life. Yes, otherwise, nothing can save you in this place.
I appreciate your candor. I'm sure you will do well. And I turn to Beatrice and I just go, I like slightly whisper to Beatrice and I'm like, he's gonna fucking die.
Yes, I'm positively sure that positive attitude is going to result in a very positive demise.
He's like the you come across a corpse in some kind of crevasse or something, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's that guy."
Oh, so you did eat your dogs after you got your leg trapped between two dogs.
You guys vibe is just fucked.
As everyone else is snickering, Tolwyn walks up and it's like, you remind me of an old friend. Also very positive about life. Look, I know you're skilled, but if you're up there and you're hungry, here's a carrot. You'll feel better after you eat it.
I love carrots. You don't need to keep them fresh. You don't need to cook them. You can just pull them out of the pack and chomp on a carrot. Yes?
Always.
He's
Thanks.
going to use it to try to cut through his arm when he gets trapped between two boulders.
Oh, much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. What can I give you in return? How about, well, I've got nothing.
Give me good news in a week when you get back, and we'll chat. If we cross paths, we'll chat about going for a trip.
Ah, indeed. Next time you're in Targos, if you're still around, I'll be back in a week. I'll track you down. We'll have a quiet drink and share my adventure stories, because I love telling my stories about my adventurous adventures. We'll be on our way.
Bit of whiskey and a story sounds great, Garrett.
Indeed it does. Anyway, I didn't mean to trouble you. It looks like you're on your way somewhere. Is there anything I can help you with? Are you looking for anything particular, or how can I help? How can I help you guys?
Oh no, thank you. We're good. We'll see you maybe in a week, I suppose. Impetus starts walking off.
Okay. It's great to meet you all. My name's Garrett. It's good to meet you all. I'll keep an eye out for you when you're back.
Nice to meet you too, puppies. As I walk away.
The one called Fox.
Have you seen any things wandering the area at all in your travels?
Tieflings.
Quite an unusual sight, but notable nonetheless.
Not to my memory. I mean, I see the odd person wandering around between towns, but from a distance, it's hard to tell exactly.
It would have been a group of three.
Three?
Would have been
Well, that's even
2 months ago.
That's even more likely to see a small group than to see a single person. So, have seen people wandering around, yes, but have I seen 2 tieflings and another person? I couldn't tell you, man.
Ever seen a scruffy druid-looking guy with a spiky necklace wandering around?
It's a lady.
Spiky necklace, druid-type person. You know, I've heard rumors of this being mentioned at the Trip and Shuffle, but have I seen this person? No. I usually spend my time at the tops of mountains, looking down on things that's small.
Where do these rumors say that this has been witnessed?
Sorry, say again?
Oh, the rumors. Where location? Oh, sightings.
Locations of sightings?
Yes. Just the rumors.
I couldn't tell you. I think when I was last in the Trip and Shuffle, I heard them talking about this. I think the person you're talking with the spikes, and they're all like, "Oh my god, this weird person with spikes looked very menacing." I think they were in the middle of town here. I wasn't here at the time, but I think they were just in the town.
Were they speaking to the speaker, perchance?
I couldn't tell you, miss. I couldn't tell you. I'd rather spend my time in the mountains, but if you want to go for a trip, I am your guy.
Very well. We'll go for a trip later. All right, come on, chums. Let's go.
Fantastic. All right.
Okay.
As you make your way along the foreshore of the harbour, I'll bring up the map for you all so you can see what's where.
Ooh, map again.
Yeah, I think you've travelled enough through Targos to warrant a map.
Beatrice,
Yes.
was I too harsh
On whom?
on Garrett's?
I think he's a very robust person in his positivity, but I think you are correct. He's positively going to die.
Greykov, I didn't even see you there.
At least you'd be happy.
Yes,
Happy
it,
Okay.
dying.
Oh, happy dying, right. I thought you said I'd be happy, and I'd be like, well, I guess it did prove that I was right, and I do enjoy being right.
No, it reminded me of Buzz as well. It's like naivety.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's that kind of thing that can get you killed. So, I think the world has too much. Yes. When you're in this kind of place, positivity does not suit you well.
Let's get a drink in some rooms. He wants to speak.
Giving you some bearings on where you are in the town here. You can all see the map now.
Nope.
See it on the stream.
Big black nothing.
Big black nothing. Ba-ba-ba. Let there be light.
Ooh. Oh, they got this whole
Ooh.
harbor thing going on.
Okay, so the burnt out house is more akin to here.
Okay.
The trip and shuffle is more like here.
Mm-hmm.
You found that bloke,
Garrett.
Garrett.
Garrett, who enjoys the carrot.
Garrett the carrot. Oh, sorry, not there. More about
Garrett the Carrot. Yes, Garrett the Carrot is his name. Forever.
And you're on your way to the Luskan Arms, which you know is right about here, just in front of one of the southernmost piers. And as you approach the Luskan Arms, we'll take a quick 10-minute break there, get a drink of water, and come back
and fight
at
pit.
the Luskan. Back in 10, everyone.
Bye.